us know.
I haven't seen you upset for like 15 years.
Be serious, be careful. Yeah. It's fun, I'm just practicing. Are you kidding? No, yeah, you're bad.
I lost my mind. But how did you do it? Did you teach it every day or did you do it by yourself? Your dad?
Something. Hey, don't get your flowers. They're not mine, they're someone else's. Is he here, Dad? Is he here?
Yeah. Where's the garland?
Sorry, Balda has it. Somebody else comes running. I saw the car drive by. Or it should be him at least. It was. He's here now. He's here. Look at this side. There it comes.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Hari All glory to?
Yes, Abhi did.
All glories to the assembled devotees!
How I am? Yeah. In Nirgun Dham. Quite Nirgun.
Gurudev down. Even at the Gurudev, so it's Gurudev down.
I'm so happy. Our Nilachal also. Our destination was up to this place. After that, we will return.
This is highest point in our.
Goal. This was our goal. Goal of our true preaching. I think that this time of preaching everywhere in European country, England, here, America, everywhere, so much glorious. I never thought that the devotees will be inspired so much. So many devotees from Swamiji, but they had become so weak, and they were not following. Sometimes in some I saw they are so weak that they used to again take opium, gaja, bhang, wine and other things also. Gradually going far away from Swamiji. They tell that I am disciple of Swamiji, but actually not all. But even that relation, like a very thin thread, again Swamiji will anyhow. So again they are inspiring and again they are coming. Now I am realizing that for this Swamiji ordered me to help his devotees. Automatically everything is going on. I know that I am very insignificant. I know. Very, having no qualities at all. Nothing. But even Swamiji, inspiring all. Everywhere. I become wonder. I'm not so much learned, qualified, but yet all are inspired. It is due to Swamiji. Nityananda Prabhu Gaurchandra and Radha Krishna Kanjuja. So when I see that, oh, so much honor coming, so much devotees are inspired, then I think that this is due to my Gurudev, my Shiksha Guru Swamiji, and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has especially told. পৃথিবীতে যত আছে সর্বত্র প্রচার হইবে মোর নাম. He has foretold that so many Indian devotees and Western devotees meeting together at Shankar and going like Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So I sometimes overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. Yes.
Over emotional.
So I now request Nirvan Prabhu to speak some words. I am so happy that this Prabhu,
Gopinath Prabhu.
Mithiladis Prabhu.
Mithiladis Prabhu.
Gopinath Prabhu, Rankishore Prabhu,
Gurukrant.
Gurudhar Prabhu, all Rajanath Prabhu, all senior devotees are here.
Ramachandra Prabhu.
My Vrindavana Vilasi, Mula Prakriti, where she is?
Over there.
Where Mula Prakriti?
Hiding. He's hiding.
I will have to chastise him. And so many. This Prabhu, one,
Devendranath Prabhu.
Anandini Devi, 80 years. So I am so happy.
Rajanandan Prabhu.
Srila Parikshit Maharaj told that that Rishi has not given me cause, but the mercy of Krishna he has given me. Because here Vasishta, Narad, Vishwamitra, Kabhi Antariksha Vishwamitra, and so many Indian or world famous rishis at once assembled there. Those who will remember them, they will be purified, so and become so much qualified. It is very rare to take their darshan. So if anyone remember them, Jesang Sansmaranat Pumsang Subdhant Vaigriha Kim Puna Sparsam Pada Saucha Asanadi. But here I am not remembering. Quickly all has that sin. If anyone taking the feet, washing water, lotus dust of their serving anywhere and hearing, then I cannot tell their glories. Krishna will be controlled by it. So I know that you are all very senior and sincere devotees of Swami Daishavas. It is very rare to see them, because to go India and there I will see, it is very hard, very rare. But anyhow, Swamiji dragged me here and all are assembled. So I am fortunate. And I am seeing you as the Vaibhav, opulence of Swamiji, all. Those who are my disciples also, all are the opulence of Swami. Because due to him, you have come to me. Now I request to Prabhuji to speak something.
It's okay. I'm thinking that our Gurudev, he is the world famous Rishi that has come here. And by taking his foot dust, everyone will be eternally fortunate. And I'm most amazed at our fortune that he keeps coming here. I'm feeling just amazed at our fortune. To have a Uttama Adhikari come to our place is such a rare, and only by Krishna's direct mercy and Srila Prabhupada's direct mercy has he sent him here. He is the Uttama Adhikari. Uttama is above Tama. Tama is the material world, and he is Uttama, above. So where do we find in this material world everyone engaged in so many things? But where is one do we find who is actually Uttama about this? You will not find almost anywhere. Nowhere will we find such personality. So, and all the followers of Srila Gurudev, I also offer my humble obeisances to. And during this festival, I'm simply your servant. My family members also. Anything we can do for you, we will be so happy to help you in any way. So, Hare Krishna.
Where is Nilachal? Not here.
Yes, yes.
Over there, over there.
Behind their Gunpram.
Yes. You should speak 2 words.
So keep following. You should speak 2 words.
Those are my 2 words. Well, I just can never thank Gurudev and all the devotees enough for coming here and blessing this place. And our lives have changed forever since he came here 2 years ago. This is his 3rd visit. And I can't reiterate that I would like to do whatever I could for all of you. And that's all I have to say.
Best words. Sweet and best words. Oh, my dear darling sister, Mula Prakriti, I request you to speak in words.
It doesn't reach so far. You can come here close.
Jai Gurudev. Maharaj.
Two more. We are brother sisters.
Well, we've been holding down the fort here, and Maharaj has always promised that he would help us transform this patch of land here in America into Vrindavan. So by his association and mercy, he will keep doing that. I'm praying for your mercy.
Your astrology has made me so.
I'm going to shock everyone because I think I'm speechless.
What did,
For once. I think, like everyone here, some point in the recent past, my Gurudev dragged me by hook and by crook and trickery to the lotus feet of Narayana Maharaj. And like everyone else, my life has completely changed since that time. And I like how it's changing. It's so sweet, and sometimes the change is very intense. But that's also good for me, and I think for everyone. And I'm praying for Gurudev's mercy that he continues to bless me so that I can become his disciple and his representative of my Gurudev.
I was thinking that in this trip, in this tour of this, perhaps I will not meet Mithila Bliss Prabhu and his wife very far away. But I'm fortunate to meet him. I know he is also very senior and sincere Krishna. All have such their Prabhupada. So he has come here. I'm fortunate to meet him. I want that, I request him to stay some little.
I'm just very thankful to have been dragged here again by your mercy. Otherwise, the material world is doing its business very expertly, but I feel by mercy of all my gurus and all the Vaishnavas that some hope is still there for me to come.
I'd like to thank you, Srila Gurudev, for coming here again. 3 years, or 2 years, 3 times. And the mercy is ever increasing. It seems that you're determined to give us your love and affection and to teach us how to give that to others. So on behalf of myself, and I'm sure everyone in this community, especially Nirguna and Nilachala, that we're extending this to everyone here to help you as much and make this as nice of a stay here as possible. in new projects, helping to transform this every year more and more into this place of Vrindavan. Gurudev, you say that Srila Prabhupada has brought you here, and I believe this more than ever. I'm remembering one story that I heard, that many, many years ago, Srila Prabhupada was in Portland, Oregon, and in his room, one devotee was cleaning his room, and he saw a little billfold of Srila Prabhupada's, like a wallet, and in that wallet, this devotee was actually, he shouldn't have been doing this, but he wanted to peek in there. He wanted to see what was in Swamiji's wallet. And he opened it up, and in that wallet, he found one piece of paper, and it was all folded up. I wish I had a piece of paper to show you, but like all folded together, and he carefully unwrapped it. And this piece of paper had been in this wallet a long time. It took the shape of the wallet, curved. And he opened this piece of paper very carefully, like it was something special. And on that piece of paper, in Srila Prabhupada's handwriting, it said, "How to save the world." So I think one of Srila Prabhupada's secret weapons, he had so many, was to bring Srila Narayana Maharaj, our Gurudev. So this secret weapon is so special. Thank you very much, all of you. Hare Krishna.
I thought of something I'd really like to say. Like Gurudev, on this, we've been traveling with Gurudev since Holland, England, Washington, Pennsylvania, New York, Houston, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and now here. And in the whole trip, I've been thinking that the final goal is Badger. And it reminds me of when I was a brahmachari, and they would put us in a van with books and send us out. And sometimes we would be out for weeks at a time, traveling from place to place, living in a truck, and selling Prabhupada's books. And it was always a really big event when we would go back to the temple to see Sri Radha Gopi Vallabha, the deities, the murtis, the deities that Srila Prabhupada saw in Boston. And it was always like this feeling like we're going back to Braj. And I have that feeling coming here, and I just wanted to thank Duna and Yalachua and all the authorities here
I had the good fortune, and it was only once, but the inconceivable good fortune of being in Srila Prabhupada's quarters in New York once. And he said something, and I took it to mean personally, that we suffer because we've forgotten to bring our love to Krishna. And so many lifetimes bringing our love or our attachment, as the case may be, to these bodies, to these minds, to other bodies, to other minds, to concepts, attached to something, but not knowing, as Prabhupada said, how to direct that loving propensity so that we can be fully satisfied. So, in Malaysia, Srila Gurudev gave a wonderful class which Mullabakriti Didi kindly brought, and we were able to get the benefit of. And he said, what is it that we need more than anything else? What is it we require? And after talking, well, we require food, air, water, because our bodies are made of these things, then Gurudev said, but what do we need even more than that? And he said, love and affection. Because our Atma, ourself is made of a tiny particle of love and affection, because Radha and Krishna are all love and affection. So after many births of not knowing how to direct that love and affection and causing suffering to ourselves and so many living beings, Srila Prabhupada came. And because we were so new, because I was so new, I caught a little glimpse. But the power of the conditioning and the power of the mind toward Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha were a little overwhelming, and there were offenses and so many things. And then Srila Gurudev came, and he brought this message of divine love, which is such a precious thing. In that same talk he said, "What a precious thing I am giving you." Just like a mother, he gives the baby the milk, and the baby doesn't know what he's getting. So if the mother's a little late, the baby is angry, or the baby doesn't take it. So what a precious thing we are getting for billions and billions of lifetimes, struggling with our minds and senses, being unfulfilled. And now the pure devotee has again entered into the horizon of our hearts with the same message that Srila Prabhupada brought, that you are suffering because you have forgotten to bring your love to Krishna. And he is giving this opportunity to us, but again, there's a responsibility on our part too. In the story that Gurudev tells in the Bhakti Rasayan, there's a peacock, and they're dancing because they're so enamored by the sound of Krishna's flute, they're so grateful. And this peacock thinks, I'm nothing, I have nothing to offer, but I do have this feather. So people think it's beautiful, let me give it to Krishna. And Krishna sees this, and the peacock is watching off in the distance, and Krishna picks up the feather, and he puts it on his head, and the peacock is thinking, well, he could have put it in his pocket, he could have put it in his shoes, but he put it on the most valuable place, he put it in his head. And the peacock was so moved, and Gurudev says in the explanation there, that when something is given with bhav, and then it's received with bhav, both parties experience that. So Srila Gurudev is giving us so much, we don't even know. I don't even know this anyway. But I'm getting a little fraction of a glimpse. And I pray to him, and to Srila Prabhupada, and to all our acharyas, that we can receive this gift properly, that all the misgivings, the fears, the doubts that are caught up in our conditioned hearts can be removed, and we can take his gift with deep appreciation and love. And that would be the most pleasing thing to Srila Prabhupada, and to all the acharyas, to Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga, and to Radha Krishna. And then we can actually give something to him, our hearts. So I beg you that you may allow me to become free from all these anarthas, that I can take what you're giving me with all my heart and soul, and pay my debt to you, to Srila Prabhupada, and begin the real life that you've come to bring to us. Hare Krishna.
Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakatamaham Tadati Swapadhantikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. I had the good fortune of being present with our beloved Srila Prabhupada approximately 26 years ago, when he came to another re-established dham in the United States called New Vrindavan Dham in West Virginia. And we were also waiting on a similar day as today, a very beautiful sunny day in the beautiful rolling hills of that area, for his car to arrive. And
his Vyasa-san was seated underneath a tree, and he came. He arrived, all the devotees were so jubilant. And Prabhupada chanted his Jayarad Hamad Vakunja Vihari Gopi Jana Balava Yuri Bharadhari in his most bhavak way, rasik and bhavak. And that festival was named Bhagavad Dharma Discourses. And there was a very tall hill there, which was very steep, and the festival was to be held on the top of that hill. And there was a similar structure to the one which Nirguna Prabhu erected here last year, open just with roof and pillars. And Srila Prabhupada was waiting one day to go up the hill. Usually they would bring him up in this little Volkswagen bug car. And then one day that something happened with the car, and he was waiting. And he was only standing there, and all the devotees were surrounding him. And he had this most undisturbed look on his face, but the various leaders of that festival were going crazy because they were inconveniencing Prabhupada and making him wait. And one of them came up to him and was apologizing. "Oh, Prabhupada, we're so sorry, but the car has broken and it's very difficult for us, but we will arrange something." And then Prabhupada said, he was so peaceful and so detached, and he said, "I am not disturbed." He said, "I have come here for the purpose of giving this Krishna consciousness, and I am simply like a cow. A cow's purpose is to give milk. So wherever you lead me, I will give milk, no problem." And he relieved all of the devotees' distress in this way. So that event was very memorable and actually historical. And that Bhagavad Dharma discourse was, in some ways, the beginning of this revolution of Srimad Bhagavatam preaching in the United States. And I truly feel that this gathering here with a divine personality who is also so dearly beloved to Krishna as our Srila Prabhupada was, and who is so realized in these truths, has mercifully again come to this continent and to this very place to bless the devotees, to uplift their hearts and souls, to give them the bhavoshadhi, the wonderful medicine which will wipe out this disease of bhava in this material world. And he has come seeking nothing. He has, as Gurudev tells us so many times, the real preachers of the Srimad Bhagavatam travel here and there only with the Srimad Bhagavatam under their arm, not desiring anything. They are nishkinchana. They are not expecting any return for their services, for their preaching. Only thing they are expecting in return is that we will take what they are giving and we will follow that. So again, he is coming to give us this medicine. We are requiring so many installments of this medicine. Our samskara is very low. We have taken birth in a very low condition, but yet somehow we also have this strange mixture of some kind of auspicious sukriti, that we are able to have the association of a Maha Bhagavat Vaishnava, and more than once in this life. But we are hoping that in the course of this life, by this great beneficial medicine that he has given to us, that we will be able to make some progress and at least come to some platform of nishta where we can truly serve the order of our divine masters and the disciplic succession. So I pray for his causeless mercy, and I pray for the mercy of all the devotees who are also, like Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, like demigods moving on this earth. Guru Premanandi. The devotees have spoken, and I think the devotees have spoken, and the ones that haven't spoken all share the same feeling in their heart. So happy to be here in the presence of Gurudev. Before I say anything, I want to say one thing, that there's one person missing that I have to give some my respects is to Shamarani. I think we all miss her, and for some reason she's not here, and last year she was here, and she was very instrumental in my relationship of meeting Gurudev. So I wanted to say that eulogy for her. She's so dear and so much service to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. We're so fortunate, as everyone has said so far, but coming in line with Gurudev, we're so fortunate, extra fortunate. There's many pure devotees throughout the universe, but in our line, just like Ramananda Roy spoke to Mahaprabhu, you can say there was one type of initiation that Mahaprabhu took through Ramananda Roy. So our Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, took his sannyas order from Srila Bhakti Pragyan Kesha Maharaj. He could have went somewhere else, but it's a very special thing. And so in that same way, we're led in that same line. It's not by chance that he took in that way. So we're very fortunate to come exactly in that same line, in the same family, dear family of brothers and cousins and fathers. So I wanted to thank Nirgun and his wife and the devotees here for having this festival, and Srila Gurudev for coming here. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written in one song, Rasa Rasika Kripa Maya, that Krishna is very merciful, he is the taster of Ras, and he's the giver of Ras. I'm sure we hear so much like that, but being with Gurudev in different parts of the world, it is like one festival. And that Ras is so sweet and nice, because he's so kind and so compassionate and merciful, that our hearts are being touched, and hopefully more of the world will be touched by his sweetness.
To inspire me by 2 words. And because she's too old, so she
I am grandmother, remember? Grandmother.
so no harm if you are.
And I was thinking, what is uttam? As far as I know, I don't know Sanskrit so well, but I've been told that uttam means topmost, or best, or highly advanced. And I was thinking how to understand the definition of uttam. What is topmost? And it seems to me the only way we can understand this word uttam, if we actually look at Srimati Radharani, she is topmost. She is uttam, 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 the definition of uttam. And who else is uttam is her dearmost Sakis. And who is so near and dear is Rupa Manjari. So much uttam. And who is Rupa Manjari but Rupa Goswami? And Rupa Goswami, who also follows Rupa Goswami, all Rupa Nuga, they are uttam. And my Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and my Maharaji, they are uttam because they are followers of Rupa Goswami. They are uttam by this definition. They are real Brajvasis. There is no higher glorification than to be a real Brajvasi, a follower of Rupa Goswami. And also I wanted to say one more thing. Today is a kind of a special day for me. This is the day that I got a material body. It's my material birthday today. But I want to say something. In the West, on your birthday, you're supposed to get so many things.
But in the East, they always say you're supposed to give so many things on a birthday. You're supposed to give, not to receive. But there's a problem here. I was thinking, what can I give, what can I give? And then yesterday, Maharaj smashed me. He ruined everything. He reminded me that I have nothing of my own. There is nothing I can give. What can I have? Nothing. Except, then he reminded me, but the mercy of my Guru. So whatever Srila Prabhupada has given me, which is quite a lot, even though I can't really realize it. So I wanted to give him something connected to Srimati Radharani that my Guru has given me. And so it's my real birthday happened on Balaram's appearance day when my Guru Maharaj initiated me. And I was thinking it was a very special day. It was in 1972. And Maharaj just happened, Prabhupada just happened to be in a very Vrindavan mood. And my Karmi name was Susan. And I was thinking, oh, I wanted to have the name Vrindavan so bad. And I thought, how I can ever get this name? I've been reading the Krishna book and I just wanted to be named Vrindavan. And so then and I was the last person to get initiated. He gave the name Madan Mohan, Brinda Devi, Vrindavaneshwari. And then he called on me. And I was thinking also, oh, I want to make him laugh. I want to make him happy. So he said, what are the 4 regular principles? And I said them. And then I looked up at him and I said, and always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. And he laughed and he laughed. And he said, your name is Vrindavan Vilasini Devi Dasi. A name for Srimati Radharani, the one who enjoys in Vrindavan. This is offering the Ganga to the Ganga.
Oh, you told that I have nothing.
Now she really does.
Ganga to the Ganga. She hasn't spoken the right word. Ganga to the Ganga. Ganga water to Ganga.
You want to see?
I will request Andandani to give 2 words with 2 drops of tears.
I don't know what I can say after that. 2 drops? I think that on this tour, I've been learning a bit about, just a little bit about Guru. I don't know much of anything. I do remember that when Srila Prabhupada was on the planet, he always was pushing somehow or another for more, whatever you can give, more and more and more. And I remember also that when Prabhupada left, that kind of pressure, that kind of, that sort of lifted. It was more, it was easier to become independent. And when Prabhupada left also, because of circumstances, he wanted to become more independent because it was so hellish to surrender to temple authorities and different things. So to be independent was actually considered a good thing. It meant that you were evolving in some way. But now I'm seeing that taking another step, that to remain independent when actually there's a wonderful Vaishnava guru, bona fide guru here to instruct means that there's a real problem. It means again that there's a need to give up all independence and make that step back, because this guru, Srila Narayana, he's very adept at getting us to move forward more and more and more. Just like the kind of pressure that was on us, that kind of pushing that was in our back to move forward more and more and more when Prabhupada was here. And I'd like to thank you very much, Gurudev, for allowing us to have this association. See if I can get 2 words out here.
Words means
2 only?
words only. Like Radha Krishna are 2.
Oh, that many?
Mulakaketi was saying that we all know that you bless us by saying that Badger, this tiny little village up here, way up in the mountains, that no one ever really was concerned about, will become New Braj. And I would just like to explain to you that this year in New Braj, we've been waiting the whole year, just waiting. Very few activities went on outside of our households. So many things, no more festivals. It was very, very cold, rain, wind, snow, more than we've ever had. And we were waiting, all waiting. And just a few days ago, the weather changed. There were no flowers. They just bloomed today, yesterday. There was no heat. It was freezing cold. The earth, the trees, the flowers are all responding to our life. And so in that sense, you are making it more and more like Vrindavan. We feel so much separation when you're not here. And when you're here, we come to life, and we worry about when you're gone again. We'll make it, and I think that's 2 words.
Anywhere in Western countries or Eastern countries, I go to preach. Everywhere, everything reminding me, Swamiji, that how he was merciful, that even coming in the villages, in the midst of mountains, and everywhere in mountains, in river, in dense forest, like Saranagati, like Hitanagari, and all places he has reached. So everywhere I remind, and this gives me so much energy. I never feel like that I am becoming old, forgetting actually everything that I am. So this energy coming from my Guru Parampara, Swamiji and Mahaprabhu, Guru Krishna. From tomorrow, we will begin our classes. Up to now, we have told so many rules, regulations, Bhakti Tattva Vivek, and Srimad Bhagavatam, everywhere. Chaitanya Charitamrita also, so many places. But here I want to discuss about, explain about 10th canto, especially the glories of Vrindavan Vashi, our highest, toppest object of our life. Here also I want that only 1 or 2 peacocks are here. More peacocks should be there. Like not so much, but yes. Beautiful cows. At least 1 tree of Kadamba and 1 tree of Tamar. To remember new present. Because Govardhan is established here. So everything should be here to remind Braja. And I also request all those who are living here in Braja, there should be like Brajavashi. Actually, all children should be like Dham, Shidham, Sudham, Vasudham, Sto, Krishna, Ramana. All the girls should follow. Dalite, Vishakhe, Chitri, Champakalatai, Dule, Gheram, Devi, like this. Also, I want that they should follow Brajavashi life. In Braja, never anyone had changed their wives or their husbands. I have not read up till now that any Brajavashi had changed any his wife or any his husband. Never. I also want this. Also I want that Brajavashi, those were married, but not so much attached to their wives and husbands, children. All were attached where? Krishna. To Krishna. And Srimati Radhika. Nanda Baba Jasoda were so much attached to Krishna. No? But Vishwabhanu Maharaj and Kritika were so much attached to, they were also attached to Krishna also, but attached more to Radhika. That is why Vishwabhanu Maharaj is called Vishwabhanu and she is called Vishwabhanumi Nandini. Vishwabhanu Dulari, Ladli of Vishwabhan, Lalli of Vishwabhanu, like this. And that is why Vishwabhanu Maharaj is more higher than Nanda Baba. Nanda Baba is only 9 lakhs of cows. And Vishwabhanu Maharaj, 11. And the son of Vishwabhanu Maharaj, Sridham, always defeat Krishna. And Krishna used to be defeated by. And also, I think that he was more defeated by anyone there was. More defeated. By roop, by beauty, by quality, by sweetness, by softness, by fragrance, by all quality. That Krishna can take all the hearts and quickly can steal. But Srimati Radhika, not to steal, but Krishna, when we will see a glimpse of Srimati Radhika, even he will automatically come in the pocket of Srimati Radhika. And he will be so happy to be there. So I want that here in New Braja also. Devotees should be like Brajavashi, helping each other, but not giving up their wives and husbands. And that's a very good school here, that all the little children should be qualified in Krishna consciousness. I have seen some defects in now, it is in Gurukul. The boys who are were reading, almost all, about 90%, they become bogus. When they left ISKCON, Gurukul, they left also devotion and thought they had a little house. Now they are taking whips, wine, giving up all the etiquettes, not following and serving their father, mothers, Guru, Vaishnava, nothing. So I don't want like this. I want that. Also be very strong. We don't want to follow Swamiji or Krishna or Mahaprabhu, outwardly one. Inwardly I want. And if we are trying so much to follow him inwardly, then outwardly automatically will come. So try to follow inwardly. We are not going to make any big plans of lakhs and crores dollars. We should try to develop our Krishna consciousness. That will be the true service of Swami, true service to Krishna and Chaitanya. So, from tomorrow, we will begin our classes. In morning, in 2 days, I will try to explain Raghunath Das Goswami Manasiksha. These are very useful. I have told about instructions of Rupa Goswami, Upadeshamrita. I will tell in morning class this, and after it may be that in 2 times Dasam is coming. I will try to explain how, in what mode Brajbasi is used to serve Krishna and Srimati. I think that if by my classes, by preaching, the senior devotees, the disciples of Swamiji, are developing their honor, faith to Swamiji, and if by my classes, devotees, have some greed to serve Radha and Krishna in Braja, then I will understand that my preaching is successful. Otherwise not. I have only come to greet these things. So try to take it. Try to honor all devotees. Even they are more low in devotion, but we will have to give some respect to them. And those who are lower, they must give honor to their seniors. Not offending them, no duplicity, nothing. Very frank. What you are inner, you should be outward. Always going on, strongly chanting. And if there is Sharanagati to you, in you, nothing to worry about your maintenance of life. Nothing. Automatically, Krishna. From tomorrow your classes will begin. Today I will have to take full rest. If I speak more, then some problem comes. Today my class. Go. Loudly. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Yeah, the people in the picture might want it too, Mom. I didn't get them. Here. Hey, man. I got your nose. She always wants everything she can get.
चलो ना हमारा पैर हमारा भी खाली चल के देखो जगह और गिरी भी नहीं मैं बता दी तो ऐसा ना माफी होता है Take it with us. Because when you go there, over there, there is no grass. वहाँ नहीं जाएंगे अभी थोड़ी देर नहीं जाएगा. खाली जूता No, I was here. I had to go to Fresno to get the stove. I'll take it. Somewhat full. अभी नहीं आ रहा हूँ जब बात का बुला रहे हैं I got a call from India.
इसने ड्यूटी तो ली रिकॉर्डिंग
This is what good of nothing for now I said there is some
ठीक है वो लड़की भी गई आपकी लड़की भी गई है और विशाखा आप केवल एक ही वही तो शादी के लिए है सभी लोग सुखी रहे
খালি আমার বাবা মা খুব কথা আপনার কোনো মনে পড়ে অনেক লোক আছে এই আছে তখন মনে হয় যে আপনি হয়তো একটু ভালো হতো বেবি পাগল আমাদের আমরা হ্যাঁ
so my
আমাদের সঙ্গেই আছে ও 24 তারিখে দিল্লি ফিরবে হ্যাঁ প্রভু ধন্যবাদ হ্যাঁ চলি
All are very happy to be back here. Yes.
All time water coming?
It comes from the pool.
इन्होंने फुवारा बनाया इसी का पानी इस पे चढ़ता है इसी पे गिर जाता है
Same water. Yeah, some color.
Sparkling হচ্ছে আর কি
Daily, you can practice.
निशान But there's no weed.
No pigs today.
And last year and
I have from last year. Yeah, frozen.
Yeah. বলছি এবারে অঞ্জির গাছ ভালো আছে কিন্তু এই পিচগুলো মানে আড়ু গাছগুলো খারাপ হয়ে যাচ্ছে প্রত্যেকে ঠান্ডার জন্য
Apples are okay.
আপেলের ছোট ছোট আপেল হয়েছে
In last year, I saw in pigs yesterday. No, sorry.
Yeah, there was more very late this year. Very late because of so much winter. Winter has just left a few days ago.
You are happy? No problem?
Very. Winter heard that Maharaj was coming, and winter went away.
Oh. No class?
Class was already
been finished. Yes. Oh, kitchen room so
We made larger kitchen room, you know. And Gurudev, this will fold. Yeah, can fold down.
You are okay?
Yes.
Feeling well? Happy?
Yes, very happy. Make our whole lives very happy.
How are you?
Happy. As always.
Wait a minute. That side, Govardhan jete hole
Yes.
Yes,
because the wind, if both sides are open, wind comes through, close that side, and it stops the wind. And then I have one heater for you.
No use up, but
I think so.
very decorated.
Yes.
Very
Daughters have sewn, and friends have sewn so many flags. Very nice flags.
And that one bird is sitting there. Look.
That bird keeps other little birds out of here, because all the little birds want to build nests everywhere. So you put him here, and you move him, and they are scared. They think a owl is here.
Oh, they think like so. And they fear and
Yeah, they fear, and otherwise it is so mess.
No time. Last year only one.
Yes, they needed more room. And now we have a new stove. See?
but it will be black.
And pots from India.
They brought pots from India.
Pots?
And we brought pots from West to India.
Yes.
That's big pots.
Yeah.
Pot.
You know, Hera Jeweler, right across the street, has all those pots I got from him. No, in Vrindavan. And he had to order from Bombay because so large stainless steel, they had to be special order.
We have
There's
also given a special order and we have brought from Bombay.
Yeah, 120
More
liter.
bigger, both are, or
Yeah, there's two of them, 120 liter and 100 liter.
or is
There's one.
more bigger.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh, Rani Thakur, what are you doing?
What Thakur?
I tried to cook the best kitchen of the tour. The best.
अब तक की सबसे अच्छी रसोई लग रही है
जब ये अपना संग ये सब दे रहा ना तो भालो लगे I want to make it temporary in Mathura on the road. We have not so much space in road also. No, sometimes I want to make it and very decent. Very decent. Can we make in Mathura there on the road? But there is not so much space. No.
On top of the hill.
And so many devotees will go there. ये क्या कह रही हैं? आपके कमरे के छत पे बन जाएगी। वो खुला है। हाँ।
Nice kitchen on roof. Devotees and some goshala. I mean some.
Their space now has
Small.
limited.
Maybe we can buy some kitchen.
Pharmacist will donate his house.
Oh, you hear that? The teacher will donate.
Pharmacist. Bansal, he will donate his house.
To Bijitri.
Watch the.
Bansal will donate his house to the mud. We will find some new place.
I want to go.
You want to go over there?
Have to go down?
Yes, best.
Then we have to go here. What do you like this house something?
Black? Give it to Kundri. Kundri gave it to me. Go, give it. No problem. Laughing, joking, and...
Serious things?
Don't. We're not using that. Stop.
Prabhu,
Yes,
to
this.
left?
Yes. Someone can open gate there.
Last year I saw now they will come? No, here.
Jana, could you tell Mama to call?
Pundarik Prabhu,
The other
that
way.
way.
No. Yes.
Why go this way?
Why is it as it's hard to devotees always like to make it. Going to exercise is 2 hours.
Yeah, it does. Oh, wow. Is that only one? Oh,
Cows are here also.
Yes.
You have no tigers.
There are very, very few. They're mountain lions, but they don't come here very much. There is one type of small one called a small cat, and he is maybe this big, you know?
Wildcat.
Wildcat, yes.
This one mountain lion.
No, that's a big one, and he lives here too, but not very more.
Very carefully.
There are a lot of the small ones, and
Too much deer and bear.
yes, more deer and few bears sometimes. In the fall time, some bears come down because they're hungry, and they will eat. There's berries, and they will eat berries, and sometimes they come into people's garages to get dog food and things. He has heard you are coming.
These are the footprints of horses or bullocks?
Yes, horses and cows also.
You have cows also?
Hare Krishna.
Horses.
Cows also, yes. They're grazing here on this land.
Yes.
Cows are out here, back here.
How many cows?
2.
You have 3, I thought. Oh, one has
Remember,
passed away.
yes,
yeah.
one just left her. One cow left her body last month.
Where are peacocks?
Peacocks are walking here and there.
How many?
Two. The
Baby peacocks here?
the baby peacocks, when we were in San Francisco, we came back. The eggs were broken open and no babies.
No babies.
No babies.
Must have been something.
Something. The nest. We went to the nest and they were open.
Here is his nice little cart.
This is for you, Gurudev. This is your chariot. I take you for a ride in the chariot.
I want to make a chariot in Mathura. Car festival. But anyone can put. Oh, very easy you have done. Beautiful. So beautiful. It is. If it was India, can you send it to India?
Each of us will bring something.
Two horses and one.
Three. One more horse here. We'll send it with the magnet bed.
Oh, can you make that?
Cart? Oh.
You have made or you have?
This has been purchased. Purchased. From this. Actually, this is made by the Amish people. Ever heard of Amish? Dutch people. Philadelphia. They're the people. They never go in any automobile. They only ride with the horse. They make this back there. And this we can put the horse in here.
One horse.
One horse, but we also have a tree, a different arrangement. Different. We can hook two horses.
Two horses.
One or two. 1 horsepower or 2 horsepower.
How you use?
We take this horse here. We can hook this horse up and give you a ride. Just for you, Gurudev. We're making another seat for the back. Now, some people ride in the back here. See this open? Come in here. We're making another seat that will come up here. Others can sit in the back. And here we're making canopy. We're making hood.
You can, and sometimes you can
take off. It will come up and then come back.
Really good driver.
You can only drive tomatoes.
I can't help it. I'm red.
Very good.
ये देखो अभी घोड़े पे चढ़ी हुई थी
Baba.
Yes, this is very fast. This one. Yes. Very fast. This one is very gentle. Anyone can ride.
And very gentle. Very.
This is Dhananjaya.
Dhananjaya. And this is Beam.
Huh? Beam? Strong.
Anyone can ride.
Yes. Even she can ride. Go on. Go on. I agree, Rima.
Better watch out.
Stand. Go. All right.
Yo! You can ride.
Hop on. You can gallop for Gurudev.
Yes.
How you can quickly ride?
I have to have some space.
What's it called?
She says have some space for running. This is for
She'll come and Maharaj, give her space.
Give her space, he will come.
She needs space. इधर आ जाओ महाराज.
Also come here, then horse will come.
You will come?
Yes, he will come running.
वो आ रही है
From Upar.
Yes. Everybody come over this
Come
way.
here, this side, please.
Yes. Yeah, you go down to the end and then you can run fast.
Careful. Get out of the way.
Everybody here, please just
Stand back this way a little bit.
One more time.
One more time. Come on.
Okay. He knows. That's perfect.
Govi, come on this way. Where's Raga?
One more time.
Raga. Let's get on this one to gallop out.
ঘোড়ার কম করছে ওখানে মানা আছে ছুটতে যাবে
Oh, go, we gotta get him over by the hitching post.
Where's your seat? Come on, you get on. Jody?
Stay with the car. Stay there.
Please move aside.
Ready? In good way.
You have to do.
And if I will...
Oh, what's that?
He saw Dear Krishna.
সব ঘোড়াগুলো ছুটতে যাচ্ছে
He saw Dear Krishna. When they are doing like, then you'll have to do like that. Very good. And after writing, the Savar ke ki bole?
Rider
Will come down and message it.
Yeah.
And they become so
Happy. Where is that horse? I'll get on the other one.
Jai Giriraj Dharane ki
Jai!
Rose.
Shri Govinda Govinda
This stick is like snake.
Jayo Jayo Dear.
Vegetables, squash, zucchini, and tomatoes. It's just coming now because weather is not so good, but soon there'll be big and nice flowers and fruits for Govardhan.
Like that color is like orange.
অত ঠান্ডার জন্য
This is flower.
No.
This?
Leaves are yellow.
Yes, they're just, this is from first planting. The new leaves are going to be nice and green. The weather has been so cold here. Now it's getting warm.
And have you put any fertile here?
Yes.
Or is it cow dung?
It is grown in your
Garden?
garden.
Oh.
So big.
This is all berries, black berries, just babies now. They'll get so big.
And they will be black.
Yes, very black.
Very good. You are like one baby, you know.
Demigods live in forest, like Brinda Devi.
Making all arrangements, supporting all trees, creepers, birds.
animals, everything. Sundari Prabhu. Parrot, dog, dogs, gulab ka wo dekho. See, let's get Atma. Oh, there's Mujara. Sorry. What name? Mujara? Peacock? Yes, you wrote me one letter, and I've told you in one letter we have peacocks, and you wrote back, now everything is auspicious, there are Mujaras in Mubraj. If you Mujara? Mayura. Mayuja. M-A-Y-U-R-A. Mayura. If you Mardanga. I have
Mardanga, then they will do.
No, kartal.
Mardanga. You have Mardanga?
Yes,
bring.
Oh yes, then they dance? Really?
And when day is cloudy.
Do they crow when it's about rain?
Yes, they crow so much.
I should go and do pranam there. How can we go? You are okay?
Right? They're going to get Kalindi.
We don't know anything.
Should be on the lawn. He just wants to see everything that's going on, you know.
Oh, not by this side?
Born right in
I think front side.
Your main gate is there?
Yeah.
Not here?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Flowers are artificial or artificial? Artificial. Looks like. जय श्री गुरु गौरांग गंध विगगिरिधारी सृष्टि राधा विनोद बिहारी जीव की जय सृष्टि राधा गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन राधा रमन श्री श्रीनाथ जीव की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परिव्रजगाचार्य वर्जष्टो सतसिमत भक्ति वेदांत श्लोभामनु स्वयं महाराज की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परिव्रजगाचार्य वर्जष्टो सतसिमत भक्ति वेदांत श्लोभामनु स्वयं महाराज की जय नित्य लीला कृष्ण विष्णुपाद समत भक्ति वेदांत स्वयं महाराज की जय नित्यलीला कृष्ण विष्णुपाद शिल भक्ति प्रज्ञान गोस्वामी महाराज की जय नित्यलीला कृष्ण विष्णुपाद शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय भागवत प्रोसेस शिल गौर किशोर दास शिवाजी महाराज की जय सच्चिदानंद शिल भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय वैष्णव साधु जगन्नाथ शिवाजी महाराज की जय रूपानुगाचार्य गुरुवर्ग की जय नमाजय हरिदास ठाकुर की जय जय दुख सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्रीजीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ सड़ गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय गंगा यमुना तुलसी भक्ति वृंदा देवी की जय सर्वाभिष्ट गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय भक्ति विघ्न विनाशन सिंह देव की जय भक्तराय प्रहलाद महाराज की जय न्यू ब्रजवासी भक्त वृंद की जय समवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे Who made this? It is purchased.
Who made the fish?
Yes.
Purchased?
Yes.
Yes.
Gurudev, I'd like to see some nice pictures, and one very nice picture of Swamiji. This is from Los Angeles, in his garden.
Perhaps in last two, maybe.
Do you remember?
No, he didn't go to Los Angeles. He only went to England and
LA or before?
No, last year we didn't go to Los Angeles.
Last time in LA,
Well, maybe there.
Who's that?
I can tell that in the Africa.
Very good vision.
Is Maharaj there? This is Maharaj?
Yes.
Maharaj, they have got very good pictures like this. We have to recognize who is him. Who is this? Maharaj, we never saw him. We saw him.
This old is old.
We have wolf here, Gurudev. Wolf, yes.
And then he comes to see me. And we go out all night.
Wow, like a wolf.
Like a wolf?
Yeah.
What do they use them for? Pulling in the snow?
But very faithful to you all.
Yes.
He's vegetarian, Gurudev. She ran away quickly.
Doing the Ekadasi?
What is his tail?
That is how they are. Right? This is like a sheepdog, right? They help with herding sheep and stuff.
Is male or female?
Male.
Very fortunate. Sick and regulating.
He is young.
Medium. Medium.
He's 3.
Oh, he's young now.
3 वर्ष.
He's young like me.
या बस तो 3 वर्ष हुन्छ. 3 वर्ष. अनि इनका वाला तो 9 वर्ष या 7 वर्ष. Very good. দুটো দিন বিল্লি নিয়ে বসে আছে দুটো বাচ্চা। হ্যাঁ? জান্নাওয়াল লালে দুটো বিল্লি নিয়ে বসে আছে।
No, this way, I think, yeah.
Anywhere you took us last year?
तार काटा दिख रहे
You want to go over the top? That is some hill now.
The big trees?
No way?
There, it is open that way. There is one pathway over the top.
Yes.
But I don't know if
It's not so much uphill, more downhill, right?
Yeah.
We can try.
We can bring him this way, Naveen Prabhu. There is a pathway up over the top.
We should go.
If you like. And then we will see Kalindi,
Yeah.
the little calf.
so
They are bringing.
Oh, they're bringing Kalindi.
Baby calf. Good evening. You have a calf? Baby one. Oh, really? We going there now? Oh.
All daughters, sisters, son are all here.
All dogs also.
আপনার সামনে পেরে হলো দিয়ে ওকে
Down the top of our house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they like that. So far, these have been no problem.
I wanted that at least 4 to 5.
Okay.
And one, at least 1 or 2 kadamba trees.
Maybe we can get seeds and start them. I'm thinking. We should get some seeds and start them, I think.
nearby, not so much.
Yes.
Not far away.
Yeah, taken care of, special.
About 10 feet
Okay.
to grow them.
And
Nice. You can bring plant from India.
yes, I'm thinking they will in winter time when there is snow, they will live. Okay. Do they lose their leaves in winter? Yes. Okay, then they're okay. They will live here.
Peacock grew there.
Where?
Up here, peacock.
You see straight ahead there is a gate. And that
He has a madonna.
Rishi has the Madonna.
It is not so bad. There is a peacock.
Left hand.
These here?
Angur. Grapes.
Angur.
So many. All babies now, just starting to grow now.
Not like cloud.
Oh, we have this kind. Yes, we have this kind. We have the black.
No,
grapes.
left side. Left side.
It has to sound like a cloud.
वो वैसे नहीं.
बड़ी मृदंग होती है ना उसमें बादल की तरह
ठन ठन कर रहा है.
You have to keep it in your left side. Then they do.
That you take you. That time.
Pioneer.
और एक बार बजा के देख लो. I want to. ये शब्द नहीं हो रहा है. Just have something. Time. आरे नहीं होगा. मत बजाओ. And where is Pihen?
She's somewhere.
It's like a snake, right?
Many small predators here. Huh? They live like tigers.
Oh.
You know, for maybe getting the babies. So we have a pen, cage. We can put the peacock having babies in the pen. We can get more peahens. I have a friend who has peacocks, and I can get 2 more females, or
Then they will grow.
then they will have so many more chances for having babies.
I think we walk this way.
Oh, look. The tree.
A woodpecker.
That is one of those woodpeckers. That is the problem. Yeah. They kill all the trees. Sometimes we have hundreds of them.
But they are so cute.
Yes.
Here the grass is strong. Where?
Yes, this is wild grass.
This is wild grass.
That is planted grass.
Only in dry use. Not in.
Yeah, here they like all woods. Yeah, especially young green, tender fruit trees they like best. I think we go this way and then it's easy. I don't know what they are, you know. It's blackbirds. They're very prominent in Kali Yuga.
I got it.
It's a Kali Yuga bird.
Tomorrow
Like a
we'll
blackbird.
take ride in the buggy.
Yeah, any day.
Okay.
এদিকে এবারে।
Yeah, yeah. Blessing the trail.
Good, and myself and Nirguna Prabhu. Sometimes we shoot the bow. We have bows and arrows.
Yes. I have some.
No, just for practice. You know, like like with target, you know, and just shooting it for bullseye, practicing.
We are very competitive, you know.
We like to compete.
Yeah, who's winning?
Sometimes me, but mostly him.
Whose cow?
He's a
Cow
little
is this?
stronger.
Whose cow is this?
This is our cow.
What is coming there?
Kalindi, they have her in the gate there. We will see her in a minute. This is an auntie. Mother is over here saying, I want to be milked. She is ready to milk. She is coming. Mother is Rukmini. I think we come over. Yeah, she is giving milk. She's giving how many liters? About 16, about 18 liters a day. Yeah. Yes, a big cow, you know. 18 liters. Yeah, about
835 times 840.
She gives about 17 liters a day. 17 kilos. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Here in my group, I don't like to take.
It is true.
Something smelling.
Yes.
They mix things in, and here in America they mix in things into the milk.
No, we always take organic milk.
But still not the same. This is best.
Don't think the vagina with a video. Lindsay, baby. Lindsay. No, give it, make it give. Bend your head down and she'll kiss you. Come on, Lindsay.
She wants to go to her mother.
Boy is strong.
He can drag you 3-4 months. No?
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Haribol! Haribol!